Biden forgives student loans for art students. Take that in for a second. We're going to react to one of the art students who's mad. And we're going to talk about why today on Speechless. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Speechless. I'm your host, Phares, 23-year-old conservative activist. To make sure you don't miss a minute of any of my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think, share it with your friends, all that fun stuff. But let's get on into this story, everybody. As I said, Biden has forgiven more than $6 billion in loans for over 300,000 Art Institute students. Seriously, President Biden announced on Wednesday of last week that the White House would forgive more than $6.1 billion on student loan debt for 317,000 borrowers who attended the Art Institutes, a private art school system in the U.S. that shuttered last year. So basically, all these people that attended to get art degrees have just had a crap ton of their debt paid off. People that went into something that you should know is a failed investment, like the entire idea of getting an art degree. And yeah, the institution shuttered and there was falsified data that misled students and cheated borrowers. But I kind of blame you if you thought you were going to go and get an art degree of some kind and make it big. It's insane. It's insane. But now there's this young woman who's going kind of viral for complaining, not about having her debt forgiven, but complaining about the math of it all and that people are mad. She doesn't really understand. Take a look and a listen to this, and we're gonna react to some of this.
I woke up to some amazing news yesterday, but according to my local Nextdoor page, other people find it a terrible idea. Hi, Mac. So I woke up yesterday to a text from my husband that was just a link to an article, he's out of town, saying that all Art Institute graduate loans are forgiven, canceled. Yeah, I graduated from there. Went there for 2 years to get a second degree. And I ended up taking out, I think it was $37,000.
That was your first mistake. You took out money to get an art degree.
Either 34 or 37. I think it was 37. I graduated in 2006. I have been paying the loan back since 2006. I even put a giant lump sum down on it at least 10 years ago. $20,000 to be exact. I am still paying that loan, and I still owe roughly $11,000 on it. So far, I've paid roughly $60,000 for that $37,000 loan. Having that loan canceled means that it doesn't exist anymore. No one is paying it. No one has to pay anything else. Taxpayers are not involved. This is like a little box of things happening, and it's closed.
See, but that's not exactly how it works. And we're going to break it down here soon, but you just got to keep listening to what she has to say.
So if you're a taxpayer and you're upset that some people are getting their loans forgiven, I don't understand it, because for me, like, I hope that things are easier for my kids. And for some reason, you guys think that they should be equally as hard, if not more.
No, nobody is like, man, we really hope that your life is harder. Like, that's what we would really want. Why don't we just give her more debt so that it has to be terrible? Ha 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 ha. No, that's not how anybody is thinking. What we're thinking is that you made the decision to take out this loan because here's the entire idea. Here's the entire idea of the loan. I'm about to go into further debt for law school because I believe that getting my law degree and taking out this loan will end up paying off more and is worth what the loan is plus the cost of the interest on it. Now, that's because I see it as a positive investment where it will yield much more than what I'm paying into it. Now, she should have considered comparably, but along with that, why are people mad about the taxpayer? Because she's talking here about federal loans in the fact that, yes, as some people might think of it, these loans are not, it's not taxpayer money that's necessarily getting flooded to a bank to pay off these loans necessarily. But the way that it's not being seen is that the money that was taken for the loan in the first place that paid the Art Institute, that was taxpayer money. And now that it's just being forgiven, well, the government was expecting that income. However, your loan payment structure worked, the government was expecting that income, which means now what's going to have to happen, the government isn't going to spend less money. It should, and I will advocate it for it to do so, but it's not going to, at least not in the short term. So what's going to happen is that they're going to print more money. That's the first option. They're going to print more money. And then there's going to be more inflation because of the influx of money into the market, which then becomes a burden onto the taxpayer. Or the other option, because they're not receiving that income, that extra $6 billion that they just spent on your bad investment, now they're going to have to raise taxes on everybody. And yeah, okay, maybe to recoup that $6 billion, it's like $10 a person, but still, that's $10 that you took out of my pocket. How is that fair? It's not. It's not. Let's let her finish her rant up.
Why? It doesn't discount what you went through. That's a rant for another day, though, isn't it? I need to stay off next door. To anyone complaining about anyone's loans being forgiven, you have nothing to do with it.
Oh, now she sounds like she's going to cry.
Why do you have an opinion on it? You are dead set in believing that your taxes are covering these loans. They're not. The loans just don't exist anymore. They're gone.
That's not, you're right. They're gone for you. But the government still wants that money. Like, this is how you know she went to an art institute. She can't math, like, even a little bit.
You're not paying for it. For the love of God, take Fox News off your parents' channels. Just, like, erase it. And see how long it takes them to figure out how to.
This is the other like really stupid thing about so many liberals, and this is how you know that they're intellectually like just so small. Like their capacity for intelligence is that of a pygmy. Like it's very, very small. And so the way that you could tell is because she goes, take Fox News off of your parents' TV. Oh my God, that's gonna solve the problem. Take Fox News off your parents' TV. No, why don't you like work on your multiplication tables and help your kids with their homework? Or at least maybe have your kids help you with their homework, because you'd probably learn a little thing or two about how the government, taxes, and basic math work. Because you obviously don't know.
Get it put back on, because oh my God, they all need a brain reset or something. I don't. Anyway, I'm not paying my loans anymore. But the thing that I'm really most excited about, and literally fuck you to anybody who's mad about it, is that I might get a refund. So,
well, where's that money? Wait, so then she comes at the end of his, I might get a refund for what I already paid off. Where's that money gonna come from? You idiot. Look, here's the thing. Is I will never blame anybody for taking money back from the government. Like in general, like this is the same thing that happened. If the government is going to be a person where they're going to give you the money and you need it in the moment, I'm not necessarily going to blame you. I wouldn't do it. But I get it. Somebody dangles a check in front of you and says you don't have to really do anything for it. To some extent, I get it. But then you come on here, and when people try to say, like, hey, this is why you shouldn't have, why we shouldn't have done that, and you're like, everybody, you don't understand. You don't understand. You're up on your high horse that somehow you got this high horse from a flippin' art degree from a shuttered institution, trying to explain to everybody how the government works, when in reality, what you're explaining is totally wrong. There's almost nothing in this world that annoys me more than somebody who explains something to me that I know more about in a way that is completely false. Almost nothing more annoying in this world. And especially in such a condescending attitude as well. But okay. The problem that a lot of people don't realize when it comes to these bailouts, a lot of people try to discuss it from a principle standpoint. I don't necessarily disagree. I can understand the principle standpoint of like, okay, work for what you have, don't make a bad investment, blah, blah, blah. I get all that. The real thing is the economic side of it. that there is unless the only way I'd be okay with forgiving student loans, the only way we could do it is if we're forgiving student loans and then however much the government was supposed to make in those student loans, we cut in spending. That's how we can, that's how I think we should forgive student loans. We can forgive the entirety of student loans tomorrow if we cut Social Security, cut Medicare, Medicaid. Those off the bat. I don't know the exact numbers off the top of my head. I haven't done all that math. I'm not going to claim to be a math expert. I'm just better than this dumb lady. But that's what we should do. If we cut Social Security and Medicare, Medicaid, I think we'd be able to pay off everybody's student loans. Maybe even have a little change left over for a rainy day. I don't know. Fact check me in the comments. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe I'm totally wrong about everything. Am I even wrong about how taxes work and everything? Maybe this lady's right. I totally could be. I'm open to that. But let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think, share it with your friends, all that fun stuff. And until next time, everybody, I'm Phares, and you've been watching Speechless.